Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? I'm so glad to come back here, and for some reason today I feel this energy and I just want to talk about change, man. I posted something earlier today and this is what I said. If you forget about everything, just remember this one thing, that sometime you might not get to see the change you want unless you change. Insanity is doing the same thing while expecting a different result. You cannot see a different result if you keep doing the same thing. I was kind of like thinking about Africa and the things that we always talk about and we are struggling with. And you guys know that it's a lot of them. We can talk about leadership, about corruption, economic dependence, tribalism. We can talk about all those issues. There's so many things that we're struggling with. And maybe you might be tired hearing all these issues all the time, but we have to talk about them. We have to address them. You know what I'm saying? Because there are a lot of people who do not know what Africa is going through. Wants to cover the issues that Africa is facing. And us as Swahili Nation One Africa, our job is to address them. Brutally be honest with ourselves in order to solve the problem. You cannot solve the issue if you don't know the source and what the problem is. The change that we expect to happen in our country, in our government, societies and communities and our companies, whatever the change that you want, even in your life when you go to personal level, whatever the change you want to see, you have to know that you have to change. This is something that reacts towards it. If you want to see something change, then you have to change. Because sometimes the thing that you wanted to change is not an issue, but the issue is how you see it. And if you don't change your perspective, then you're gonna keep seeing it negative way, right? That's how you will see it. So sometimes in order to change the situation and the negativity around you is by you becoming positive. If you become positive, you will see it positive. Even if there's a negative things, but your mind will always direct you, will always elaborate things, will always lead you back to the positiveness, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where you are at the moment. And the change that we want to see in Africa, it can only happen if we do change. So instead of sitting down here and talking about change, I will go out and actually be the change that Africa needs. Hashtag proud African, right? It's very easy for people to complain, to give up, right? Because you don't have to put on effort. It's very easy to lose hope. It's very easy to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to care. If you care much, you're going to get hurt. You don't want to love, because if you love much, you might be betrayed, you know what I'm saying? So it's better to be on the other side of negativity. It's very easy to be the side of negativity than positivity, because if you want to be in the side of positiveness, then you have to put on effort. And a lot of people these days, they don't want to put effort, so that's why they end up giving up. But this is a message for you, that you are the only one who can change the situation. You can change it. I don't want to put God in this, because I believe that God has already given us ability and mind to think, to elaborate, and to do things. He already given us that. We already have permission. As long as you're alive, that means you still have a job to do, right? The day I die, that means I'm done, I'm finished, right? My mission is done. But as long as I'm alive, it's because I still have something to do. So you already have that permission. But how do you go out and work on that? How do you use the opportunity? Because life is an opportunity that God has given you and me. How do you take advantage of that opportunity to actually bring about change? How do you do that? And that's the question that I want you guys to think about today. And if you can, let me know in the comment section. And when I'm talking about change, I'm talking about, there's a lot of things you don't like it, right? Well, you can change it. As long as you see the problem, you have a solution. Things that you don't like it, I mean, you cannot love everything, you cannot like everything, but there are things that can be changed. And if there's something you don't like, you cannot keep complaining, because it's insane, right? Doing the same thing and expecting different results is insanity. So you need to change. And how can you bring about change, right? To whatever situation that you see. So you can take perspective of your country, right? Things that you're struggling with. I love this one quote I saw on Twitter the other day, and I just had to retweet it because it was really well written. And she wrote this on her bio. She wrote, "Love for your country doesn't mean love for the president or for the leader. Ask yourself how you can contribute to your country." And it reminds me what, love for your people or for Africa, it doesn't mean that you have to love a leader or whatever that disappoints you, because a lot of time we've been hiding under the shadow of, you know what, this government is not doing anything. You know what, there's so much corruption. No matter what we do, we're not gonna be able to change. Well, love for your country doesn't mean that you have to love that leader who is screwing things up every single day. You know, ask yourself, how can you contribute? And it's kind of like I'm coming from that point of view, that how can you take advantage of the opportunity, the life you have, to bring about change? Because as long as you're alive, as long as you see there's issues, that means you have a solution, and you just need to figure out how can you figure out the solution. And our job here in Solution One Africa, it's actually to stir up the fire, right? So you might say that you guys are talking too much of this and that, but our job is to remind each other, is to remind that, you know what, we can actually bring about change. You know, we might not bring the solution sometimes because we don't have solution to every issue that is going on, right? But you guys, you have it, because you guys are going through, we are going through, and when we come together as one Africa, think about it, talk about it, I'm telling you, there's high chance, and I'm confident 100% that we are going to bring about change. And that's why I want to reach to university students, I want to reach to all the students who will actually bring change to the next generation as soon as possible. So let me know, guys, in the comment section what you're thinking, what's your idea, what's your thoughts. And I think this will be an amazing time for you guys to motivate me as well and to inspire me. So I'll be checking on your comments, and maybe we'll come up with something. I appreciate, guys. I love you. Be the change Africa needs. Proud Africa. I love you.